All right, so week 7 of the NFL season is coming to a close. And for the Chicago Bears, they suffer a putrid loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In this video, y'all already know the drill. I'm going to give grades for offense, defense, special teams. And I'm just going to recap what I saw during this embarrassing and very demoralizing loss for the Chicago Bears. So, without further ado, let's get into it. What's up, guys? KT here. Back at it with another video. Back at it with another recap video. I'm not gonna hold y'all today. This is gonna be a quick video because there's really not much to recap. The way the Bears played today, or Sunday, was putrid at best. And that's just at best. I'm gonna get right into it, starting with the offense. I'm not gonna recap individuals that much. I'll start with Justin Fields though. He was 22 of 32, 184 yards. He had averaged 8.4 yards per throw. And he had 3 interceptions and he was sacked 4 times. Overall, the Bears had 5 turnovers in general. Fields had a quarterback rating of 44.3. For Justin, I don't know how he does it, but after the game, he was frank with himself and he got right up there, talked to the media at the press conference. He didn't dodge any questions. He took responsibility, he took accountability, and that's what you need on this Bears team right now. They need someone who's going to take responsibility, and it starts with your leader and your quarterback. He's trying to be a leader. He's trying to inspire his team to play better. I just hope that this didn't shoot his confidence. This didn't ruin his confidence because he didn't have a very good day. He looked overmatched. He looked uncomfortable in the pocket. And I don't blame him because when you have Simmons blocking for you on your right side against one of the best pass rushers in the league in Shaquille Barrett, you're not going to get anywhere running 5-man scat protection when you have Simmons over there blocking one of the best pass rushers in the league. I don't know where they were getting with that, but the first play, he was sacked for a fumble. There was multiple times where he was sacked for a fumble. He was running for his life. There were some ill-advised throws, but, you know, he had 1 interception. It was to Darnell Mooney. It was kind of high, but if it hits you in the hands, you're supposed to catch it. You're a receiver. You're there to catch the ball. If it hits your hands, you're supposed to catch it. There was another one. He said in the press conference that when he threw that ball to Allen Robinson, when he slipped, somebody was in his ear, one of the coaches was in his ear telling them the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 12 men on the field. He was trying to snap the ball so he can get a penalty, and he thought it was a free play. Again, another instance of him thinking he has a free play. I'm going to just quote something that, that's the former Bears players on the Football After Show said. They're saying, he's a young quarterback. I think Lance Briggs said this. He's a young quarterback. You don't need to be in his ear all the time. Let him learn on the job. I'm just worried that they're not letting him learn enough. They're not running any type of plays that suit his skill set, and that's why they're struggling so much. But overall, if you look at the stats, he didn't have a pretty good game. If you look at the game itself, he didn't have a pretty good game. The only thing good that came out of the offense was Khalil Herbert, and even I can say that was kind of weird because when the Bears run the ball, they don't run to score points. They just run it to just say they did it. He had 18 attempts, he had 100 yards, he averaged 5.6 yards per carry, and his longest run was for 29 yards. Why do you go away from that? Stray away from the good runs, and you get into this pass-happy gun scheme. I can't stand that. Khalil Herbert, nobody runs against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Period. They've had one of the top 5 rushing defenses in the league for a while. This is one of the best interior defensive lines in football. And you're able to run the ball 5.6 yards per carry. That's a career day for most backs. And he's a rookie. I can only imagine if David Montgomery was playing. They just run the ball to say they do it. They're not running to score points, and that's part of the problem. They don't set up anything after the run. They just give it to them and then just, I ran the ball. but we didn't get the results we wanted as far as points. Receiving, just a putrid day. I'm not going to go down all the stats because honestly, nobody had a good day on the receiving end. Allen Robinson, most of the time, he just looks dejected. And sometimes his effort is questioned. I don't question his ability. He's a great receiver, but his effort on some plays are just lacking. Cole Kmet, he had a pretty good day. It was all right, but they didn't work off of it. He had 6 targets, 5 yards, 6 targets, 5 receptions, 43 yards. He averaged 8.6 yards per run after catch. Darnell Mooney, he didn't have a great game either. There was a couple balls from Fields that he just completely dropped that actually turned into interceptions. Nobody could get open against a gutted Tampa Bay secondary. Oh yeah, this offense did not do anything that I said in the video. I said when I did the prediction video that they would have to work off their pass game. They did not do that. You know, something has to change. Overall, offense gets an F. You know, you scored 3 points. Like, come on. You can't give that nothing but an F. Defense, I'm not even going to get into this that much because there's nothing to take away from it. There's no stat here that I can take away from and say that guy was good. Jalen Johnson, he had a horrid day. Mike Evans cooked him like bacon every single play. He had 3 touchdowns against you. Who else? They didn't record a sack on Tom Brady. He got 1 QB hit against Tom Brady, and you know what? I expected this. I said this during the prediction video. Robert Quinn isn't playing. You know, they have backups in. Akeem Hicks isn't playing, so they were going to struggle regardless. And the Tampa Bay offensive line is one of the best in the league. They weren't going to get many sacks. I guess you can say Roquan played good. He had 12 total tackles, 8 solo tackles, and he had 1 tackle for loss. He was the only guy that really just came to play like that. Other than that, you know, Lyle Nichols punching Ryan Jensen, that's a no-no. We're starting to get flashbacks of last season with the whole Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and Javon Wims situation. Look, no matter how angry you are, and Ryan Jensen has a history of getting beneath people's skin, you know this. You can't punch a guy in the NFL. It results in an immediate ejection. Other than that, you know, they didn't play well. Defense, you know, they get an F. There's just nothing you can take from defense and say that guy did well. Khalil Mack, he didn't. What else is he supposed to do? He didn't have his best pass rusher on the other side, and he didn't have his best interior rusher. So he was just getting triple, double team, chipped every single play. Defense gets an F. That's just my opinion, but there's just nothing you can take from this. Special teams, they get a C. Jakeem Grant, he just looked out of it after the second quarter. He didn't want to field punts. He did not have a kick return today, and that's very unlike Jakeem Grant. So, you know, Cairo Santos hit a field goal. The most embarrassing part about this is that Cairo Santos was the only source of Bears points the entire game. The entire game, they did not score more than 3 points. An NFL offense you're an NFL offense. You should not be in the NFL if you can't score more than 3 points as a team. This team should not be scoring less than 20 points a game with all that talent they have on offense. And Cairo Santos is your only source of points. No disrespect to him. He's one of the best kickers in the league, but he can't be your only source of points every single week. So, special teams, I give it a C. Let's get down to the juicy part of the video. Look, coaching. Look, Matt Nagy, bottom line, period, he needs to go. Bottom line, period. This is 4 years of accumulated frustration, of accumulated just horrid stuff on offense. They can't even score 20 points. How do you prepare your team? How are you preparing your team to play this game? You knew you were going to be in an uphill battle against Tampa Bay anyway, but to score 3 points in an NFL game. This is an NFL team with NFL talent on it against a gutted Tampa Bay secondary, and you score 3 points? You know, I know some people are saying Fields doesn't know how to read the defense yet. You know, he's slow with his progressions. That's the coach's problem. This is the same story as the last 4 years. You know, if your quarterback can't read a defense, you should be teaching him to be able to read a defense. I get Todd Bowles is a great defensive coordinator and all that, but that's not even the issue. At some point, you switched out quarterbacks, you switched out running backs, you switched out offensive line. At some point, Nagy needs to take responsibility. I'm not talking about getting up there on the press conference saying it all starts with me, or everything goes through me, or you have to look in the mirror and ask why. You are the why. You are. You said everything goes through you. That means you are the why. You need to do a self, what they call that again? A personality check. Look in the mirror and you can't possibly go on the plane, get home, and tell yourself, I'm not the reason we lost that game the way we did. It's the second straight week they've lost embarrassing. I thought they would have came out with more fire. Aaron Rodgers went to your home stadium and said, I own you, and not one single player or coach came out and took offense to that at all. So the fact that you didn't come out with a burning fire to play this game, that's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. For 4 years, we have been told that Matt Nagy is an offensive guru. Yet 4 years have come and gone, and we still struggle to score more than 20 points. We struggle to score more than 10, actually. I've never seen this before. This is a new low for me in my Bears lifetime, watching the Bears. This is a low. And it's frustrating because during the game, it can seem like lasers calling the plays. That one drive, they had an 80-yard drive that turned into a field goal, and you didn't go for it on 4th down in the red zone. Mind you, all 3 snaps in the red zone were all from gun. I don't get that. Look, I don't throw shade at people. I don't do that here. But KC offense is not what's best for the Bears. And you see what KC is going through right now. At some point, you have to get your butt under center, put a fullback back there, and run the ball. You were gashing them all game, and you couldn't get more than 3 points. Especially in the red zone, you get your butt under center and run the ball. How hard is that? You know, we watched the Lions. They went out against the Rams. Even though they lost the game, they came out aggressive. They came out kicking onside kicks, fake punts. They did anything, basically anything they could to try and win. The Bears didn't do any of that, and I blame the coaching staff for that. Overall, it was a horrid game. Coaching gets an F minus in my opinion. Look, somebody needs to be removed after this. This was embarrassing. This was worse than the Browns loss. This was worse than the Packers loss. This might have been the worst game of the season. Somebody needs to take responsibility. And honestly, to me, somebody needs to be fired for this. And I think you all know who that somebody is. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. You know, I'll be reading them. I'm pretty sure you guys have some interesting things to say about this game. So yeah, leave your comments and stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you hit that notification so you get notified every time I drop a new video. Make sure you subscribe. It helps me grow the channel, helps me make more content. Make sure you share this video with your friends and family, as you know, passionate Bears fans will probably watch this video. Yeah, and I'm out. Peace.